Hi, Kent. Thanks for coming in today. My name's Maddie.
Hi, Maddie. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Is this your first time having a counseling session?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Before we get started, I just wanted to go over your consent, your rights as a client, and so for just consent, everything that you say here is private, and it is with consent, it is to make the client be able to talk about things that you want to talk about. But there is a line that if I feel that you're going to harm yourself or harm others or have plans to do that, I will need to take action on that and report that to someone higher up. Or if there are either abusive family situations or just situations that I feel are dangerous to you, I will need to report that to someone else.
Okay, that's fair.
But yes, and you already signed the consent form,
yes,
right? All right, great. And so, yeah, it's your first time in counseling?
Yes.
And are you comfortable with me videoing this session?
I think so, yes.
All right, yeah. Okay, yeah, if any time you feel uncomfortable with that, feel free to, I can turn it off. And yes, so how are you doing? What brought you into the counseling session today?
Well, I just been having problems with a couple of people at work, and I've tried to work through it with them, but it just seems to be getting worse, and I'm very, very frustrated and angry, and I just need to I guess get the anger off my chest, because I just have thoughts that I don't know, I'm angry, and I don't want to get physically violent with one person, but I'm getting to the point where I need to bring resolution to the situation. Otherwise, it could not be good, and I don't want to lose my job, and I don't want to hurt somebody, but he's doing things that I don't appreciate. So I just wanted to talk to somebody about it.
Yeah. So you sound very frustrated and angry with the situation. And so what are the things that are causing you to become frustrated?
Well, typically the situations occur at lunchtime, and there's just a large table that most of the employees sit at, and we have conversations about different things. And this one person likes to tell jokes about other people that I don't think are appropriate. They're not at the table, but they are other employees that work on the night shift, and I just feel like it's inappropriate. And I told them to stop making those comments and saying those things about other employees, but he kind of blows me off, and I don't know what to do about it. So I'm really frustrated. One of the people he talks about is I consider a friend, and I know the things that he's saying aren't necessarily true. So I'm just really frustrated, and I just need to do something different, take a different approach, but I'm not sure what to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he's saying things about your friend that you care deeply for. Is there something specific that he said that really got you off?
In one time in particular, it was actually one of the main things was he was criticizing the way my friend looks, and basically being demeaning to him and making jokes about his physical appearance. That was one of the main things. And then another time he talked about how he thought he was a stupid person, and not very intelligent. So just personal attacks. And so I'm struggling on how to defend my friend. But again, I don't have any leverage or any way. He doesn't listen to what I say. So he's a very demeaning person, angry inside, I think, and it's making me very angry. So.
Yeah, how long has this been going on for?
Off and on. Sometimes we have lunch and he doesn't say anything about my friend, but it seems like every week or two it comes up, and I think it's to the point now where he knows that it frustrates me, so he's saying things just to make me upset.
Mm.
So, but it's on average probably every week or two.
Mm. That's hard, yeah. Do you feel that it's making it do you feel that it's making it hard? It's starting to Your frustration is getting to the point where it's making it hard for you to focus on your job? Or is that
Well, I'm a typically I get along with people and I have a typically pretty good mornings. But when I get to lunch and leaving lunch after the interchange with him, it makes the rest of my day difficult and affects my outlook and just my interchange, particularly when I run into him on the floor when we're working in the shop. Um, it creates a lot of tension, and I'm really getting tired of it. So uh,
what
yeah.
would the so what are the things when you said that you've told him before how you feel about it? How did you go about talking to him?
Well, I guess I confronted him and said, his name's Joe. I said, Joe, I don't appreciate you talking about John that way. John's my friend that works the other shift. And I mean, at one point, Joe said, well, what are you going to do about it? And it was almost confrontational. So I tried to, again, to talk through it with him, but he basically said, he can say whatever he wants. And he said, you can't tell me what to say. And it's being really childish. And he keeps bringing it up again, like I said. So I've been thinking about maybe going to my manager and talking to her about it.
Yeah.
But that's probably what I'll try to do. I've talked to her once actually already, and she said, "Well, just talk to him again. He should listen to you." And she really didn't want to be bothered with the whole situation, which also made me frustrated because she's my manager. But anyway, so I'm not sure what to do.
Yeah, it sounds like it's been going on for a while and your manager wasn't really helpful.
Yeah, it's very frustrating.
I bet. Yeah. So when you say frustrated, what goes through your mind?
Um, I I get I get angry. I thought about physically trying to use force. I don't know. I'm not a mean person, physical person by nature, but again, this guy is so demeaning that I don't know. I need to do something, and talking about it's not working. So I'm thinking that I need to take action physically, and I know it's not the right thing to do, but in the moment, start losing my temper, and nobody seems to care but me, and I want to protect my friend. So I guess I need to forget about it and either just accept it or change jobs, or I don't know, or go to my manager's manager. Maybe that's the next step.
Hmm. Yeah, it sounds like you've really tried like everything to this point and it's gotten out of hand. So do you feel like at any point you would like physically like fight back, or do you feel like your place?
I think I'm going to again. I think company policy is that we document our complaints. So I'm going to try one more time with my manager, and if I don't get resolution from her, if she doesn't address the problem, then I'm going to send her an email giving her one more chance. And if she doesn't respond in a way I think satisfactory, I'm going to go to her manager I know that per our safety training at work, that I think that is the procedure. So I think I'm going to explore it that way and see if I'll document it and again go to her manager via email. Um, I think that needs to happen. So just talking with you has helped me come up with maybe that's the way to resolve this other than getting violent, because I don't think that's the answer.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm glad that you see it that way because I know it's difficult when those kind of things come up, but definitely acting out on those can have serious consequences.
Yeah.
And so, how do you feel if you go to your manager again? Do you feel that there will be a resolution, or how?
I hope so. I mean, I'm surprised that my immediate manager hasn't taken action, but I think that hopefully she will. But if not, I'll follow it through to the next manager, and I guess we'll see. Time will tell, and maybe we can talk about it next time we get together if it's been successful. But I just wish the guy wasn't such a jerk. But we'll see what happens. I don't know.
Yeah, what would you think, what would your ideal work situation be?
Well, one in which people don't tear other people down. I mean, it'd be nice to have a conversation at lunch about um, you know, how people are, their family life, what's going on, but injecting personal insults and rumors and innuendo about other people that aren't there, that can't defend themselves, is not enjoyable. So I don't know if I answered your question.
No, yeah, you did. It seems that relationships in the workplace are important to you, to bring that aspect. Would you say that being able to bring your own personal life to work is something that's important to you, or have people that you're in your workplace you can talk to?
Yeah, there are people at work that I think I have good relationships with. Other people, I don't think I'd ever be a close friend with this particular person that I'm having issues with. But we should be able to talk just on a surface level and get along. But as of right now, it's not working out that way. So I would prefer that he didn't work there anymore, just because of the way he treats other people. And unfortunately, management does not seem to care or want to take any action to make it better. So again, I think if my manager's manager is aware of the situation, maybe they'll take action. They seem to be very proactive, have been at other times. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. What would you say? So, if what would happen if if even you went to the manager and they weren't able to solve, if they weren't doing anything about the issue? How would that make you feel, or how would you deal with it then?
That's a good question. So I think I've resolved that I'm not going to use physical force to remedy the situation, but I'll have to actually go to human resources and ask them what options are available to me. I'm not sure if there's any organizations outside the company that can force a safe workplace. So I'll have to do some more research. So I have some homework I can do.
Yeah, it's good that you're wanting to take initiative outside of this course. Do you feel like there are people in the workplace that you can talk to rally with you about this issue, or that is there anyone else that's seen this issue in the workplace?
Actually, there's two people that are also at lunch that I've talked to um, outside of actual lunch about this, and they totally support and agree with what I'm saying in my position. They don't like to get involved, so they're very quiet and they don't say anything. But I actually have two people, I guess you call them witnesses, that I'm sure they'd hopefully be willing to help me explain the situation to somebody above that can bring resolution.
Yeah, it
So
sounds like you have enough people to go and talk and to go and just solidify your case that this is something that is, would you say it's disrupting the work environment?
yes,
Yeah, then I feel like maybe that would definitely give you a better case of them actually coming and giving you, of actually coming and stepping in, you know,
yeah, and maybe yeah, that's a good point. Maybe they could come with me, and when I talk to my frontline manager again, that would have probably more impact than just me talking to her. So that's a good idea, actually.
yeah. Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're wanting to, I'm glad that you're so proactive about wanting to make that safe space for others.
Hmm.
And do you, so you've said quite a couple times about your frustration and or just getting angry. Does that happen a lot, or is it more frequent just at work?
Well, it's mainly this one situation. Yeah, I, I don't think I have ty- typically I don't get angry. It's just one situation that, because it's repeated over and over again, it always happens almost like clockwork every week or two, and I can't seem to do anything about it. It's
Mm-hmm.
just been very, very frustrating. But
Mm-hmm.
talking with you and in general, I don't think I can let myself get physical with this person. I need to approach it differently. So
Definitely.
I think my two friends need to get involved as well, so we can bring resolution to it.
Yeah. Would you, so after this session, do you feel confident enough to go and talk to them?
I do.
All right.
do.
Do you feel that, how quick do you think that you'll go and respond? So you talked about going to your manager. Do you feel that that's something that you'll do
Yes,
quickly?
I'm going to, when I leave here and return to work, I'm going to talk to her. And again, if she doesn't respond, then I'll talk to my two associates and see if they're willing to go with me to that same manager. And if not, we'll go. All three of us will go to her managers. So hopefully they're willing to participate.
Yeah. Yeah. So definitely that would be a good goal to have. When do you work next?
I'm returning to work after this appointment. So
All right, right
yeah.
after.
So I'll see this person at lunch tomorrow. So I'll talk to my manager today, and after I get her response, I'll talk to my two coworkers, and we'll get the ball rolling.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's good that we've come to a conclusion on that. And um, yeah, so inside of your, what else would you like to get? What are some things that you like to get out of the session?
Just confirmation, I guess, um, that my approach is reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
I think that it is, but I guess I just wanted to talk to somebody outside the situation to make sure that that the approach was valid. Again, the level of anger I've had is, I guess, why I'm here. I was feeling like I was on the verge of doing something that wasn't appropriate or is outside of what I would normally do. But I just needed somebody to talk to,
Yeah.
an independent person. So
Yeah.
thanks for your help.
Yeah, no problem. And then just on that note, were you doing something? What would that entail?
Doing something violent, being violent.
Okay.
No, what was the question? I didn't understand.
What would that, when you say doing something, what does that specifically mean?
Oh. Just the person in question is the bully, and he's actually a small guy. I wanted to physically force him to shut up, so I was going to confront him in a physical manner. But again, that's not my nature. So physical would be just intimidating him by actually getting in his space. And I don't know if that would lead to something more violent, but I'm tired of my friend being demeaned. So it's just taking a defensive posture, physically getting in his space so he knew that it wasn't acceptable anymore. So
I got you. So not necessarily, is more of just making a point rather than actually
getting in his space, not necessarily touching him, but getting in his face to the point where he knows that I mean business other than just talking about things. He doesn't seem to respond to talking.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it's good. Yeah, it's good. It seems like a situation that seems somewhat out of control. Is that why it's something that's causing anger?
Yes.
Well, it seems that you know right from wrong, and you know that is not the right choice. And it's good that you're coming and talking about those kind of things, and that just sometimes that is human nature, just to want to act in the moment, but it's good that you're able to see over those things. And I would just, when our time is coming to a close, but in our next session, I would you mind, are you planning on wanting to come back for another session?
I think it would be good just to see, to debrief with where things are at and get a second opinion. I think that would be good.
Yeah, definitely, because it would be good. I'd love to maybe dive into you more about that and what, if there are other, if you were wanting to do like emotional management, or if you were wanting to do more just day-to-day type of issues, or if that would be something that you'd be interested in, is diving into those kind of that more of that emotional piece of like why you're getting angry. Would that sound like something that you'd be interested in?
Sure.
All right.
It could be helpful.
Yeah, definitely. And I would so I think just you said you sound like you have a solid plan of going and talking to your manager today and getting those other two workers around you. And I'd love to hear more about that when you come in next session. What were you thinking? Were you wanting to do weekly?
Sure. Well, let's start with maybe next week we could have a session and go from there.
All right. Yeah, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, Ken. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Okay, thank you.
And
Appreciate it.
yeah.
All right. Thanks.